Hi guys, Hot Mess Mama. Okay, so it's like 5:08. I'm a little late, and I apologize. We are back in the kitchen. It's Friday. My kids are sitting down with a dinner of fish sticks and french fries. I threw some peas at them. And I'm gonna start imbibing because it's been a heck of a week. I don't know about you, but I've had a heck of a week. My hair does show it. So, yeah, tell me a little about what happened with you guys this week while I get some fish sticks ready. You wanna come see them? Oh, come over here. Look, I've got a cornucopia of fish sticks, french fries, and sweet potato fries. And they are probably all freezer burned because they've been in my freezer, which keeps defrosting itself. The beggars can't be choosers. So we're gonna have some of these mommies. Now, how do you have your fish sticks? Do you eat them with cocktail sauce, like red cocktail sauce like this? Or do you eat them with tartar sauce, like, you know, this stuff, the mayonnaise pickle stuff? Do you eat them with ketchup? Do you eat them just with lemon juice? Do you, some, you know, because in England they eat fish and chips where they put, like, apple cider vinegar over their stuff. Anyway, so lots of different ways to eat fried fish, french fries. I mean, like, you know, what do you eat your french fries? Patty, what do you eat your french fries with? You know, in France they eat french fries with mayonnaise. You can eat ketchup, you know, mayonnaise, Thousand Island dressing, ranch dressing. Like, what's your favorite condiment to eat with a french fry? Versus what is your favorite condiment to eat with a fish stick? My favorite is the tartar sauce. But what I think is really interesting is that my kids eat pickles. Well, at least they say they do. And anytime we talk about, like, when they want to say something's really gross, they'll be like, oh, that smells like pickles. But they love tartar sauce. So I don't have the heart to tell them that it's all love pickles. Do you make your own, or do you, when you make these sauces, do you make your own, or do you buy it store-bought? I typically buy mine store-bought, but it's sad because I don't use cocktail sauce as much as I use tartar sauce. So I don't even know if this is good anymore, but yes, I have made these myself. In a pinch, I will make them myself, but it's just much easier to spend $1.25 on one of these bottles. But my kids will go through like a bottle of this like nothing. But it's easy enough to make, right? Do you have a favorite recipe for it? I've recently gotten into, I make my own sriracha mayonnaise, which is like just mayonnaise with a whole bunch of sriracha sauce in it. And sometimes when I eat it with fish, I make like sriracha, relish, mayonnaise, almost kind of like a spicy tartar sauce. I make that a lot too. I just love sriracha, and I just love how this all kind of concocts together. So, but I digress. So we're tasting 3 wines today. You can see them over on my counter. The green bottle is Chardonnay. The big blue bottle is Riesling, and the other bottle is my pink rosé. To be perfectly frank, someone said that like one of the wines that you should be pairing with fish sticks was champagne, and I was just like, I'm sorry. I love champagne. I love sparkling wine. I can't do it. I can't do a sharp. I mean, I can't even do an Andre. That's just. I feel really funny about doing that with a fish stick. But then again, I probably had champagne with Taco Bell on one of our old tastings. So I'm gonna put some of my cold fish sticks. Will you eat your fish sticks and french fries cold? Because they just really don't reheat well. They don't get that crunch, right? And like they say on the package that you can microwave them, but that's no good, right? That's no good. I just find that's wrong. So I'm gonna throw some fish sticks on my plate, some sweet potato fries, which are spicy, so I'm not giving any to my kids. And some regular french fries, just because, you know, got to be well balanced. I have to have a well balanced diet. My daughter took my towel. My daughter took my kitchen towel. Don't know what it is, so I'm just gonna wipe it on my shirt. So yeah, so which one should we start first? Usually I start with the lightest one first, but I think in this case I might have to start with the rosé, just because it's old and I have been trying to get down to the bottom of the bottle of this. I feel bad because ever since I've kind of been doing this moving bit, I've kind of been doing a lot of drinking and I'm doing a lot of wine tasting. So like I'll take a glass here, a glass there, but like of different bottles. And so I have all these random bottles in my fridge that are like, you know, only drunk to this much. And so I slowly work my way through this, plus the other cases of wine that I have to carry back with me to California. Did I tell you that we're going to California? You know I'm going to California, but it's like official. We're getting in a car on like August 1st and driving across the world with my kids and a dog. And so, like, I've been thinking, like, how much, like, and these things, like, you really, really, really need to drink these wines cold. Like, they're just better when they're cold, but I didn't have the time to chill them, number one. And number two, that big blue bottle is way bigger than anything I can put in my refrigerator. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. I might have to put that into some sort of Tupperware or something, because I'm not even going to be able to get that in my fridge. But yeah, so our situation, as you know, we're gonna be driving and moving and all that good stuff. So yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday. 2 weeks from today, we will be in a car driving, and I am a little nervous about it. But I'm so like I got to the point where it's been 8 months now. Like I was dreading the move, and now I'm at the point where like we're 2 weeks out, and like the time cannot go fast enough. Like I really just want this to be over with. I just want to be in California and starting our life already. So, tartar sauce on a fish stick. Not bad, but I will say we did a wine tasting once at McDonald's, and it was like a wine tasting around. It was during Lent. It was just the season where I do wine tasting on Friday, and that's during the season where during the Lenten season you're not allowed to have meat. You can only eat fish for a vegetarian on Fridays if we're practicing Catholic. So I sat down with a friend and we did a McDonald's tasting when she wine tasted with a Big Mac and I wine tasted with a fillet of fish. So this kind of reminds me of the fillet of fish tasting. It's good. It's good. I kind of, I like the rosé. Rosé's like coming back hard this summer. Like they even have like sparkling. You know how last week we did the hard seltzers? Yeah, they're making like rosé flavored hard seltzers. So I want to talk a little bit about my week, which has been crazy, and I would love to hear about what your weeks were like. But the last 2 days I've had the worst. Like probably this week has been. I've just been like sheerly exhausted, and I don't know why. It's not like I'm doing anything super strenuous outside the norm. Not like I'm eating anything really crazy out of the norm or having weird sleeping hours or any more stress than I normally have. Like everything that I'm doing in my body and in my life this week was exactly the same as it's always been. But I've just been exhausted all week, and I thought, well, the hurricane was coming and that was coming up like through the Gulf, and maybe that was affecting the barometric pressure here in North Carolina because I was wiped out. Like every day I woke up thinking I need caffeine, and I don't do caffeine because you don't want to see this on caffeine. I woke up every morning being like, I can't even function. I can't get out of bed. I'm so tired, and I like wanted to take naps every day. And I thought, okay, well, maybe. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll just get some exercise, get the blood flowing, get the endorphins going. Even that wouldn't like energize me. Energy drinks wouldn't energize me. Naps wouldn't energize me. Superfoods, nothing was working for me. And then yesterday, like these horrible, horrible headaches have set in. So I don't know what this is. Or maybe this is just like stress that's taking over my body and reacting. But to my credit, yesterday I had to drive with my 2 kids and my dog 2 hours into town to Greenville where we used to live. And I had to like get my dog bathed, I had to get a facial, I had to get my eyelashes tinted, I'll tell you all about that. I had to get like, all of us had to have our dentist appointments. I had to like get those, you get those gift certificates for stuff from stores that you can own. The stores only exist in like your town. Okay, so I have this like stack full of like gift certificates for stuff in Greenville that I can't use anywhere but Greenville. So I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get all this stuff, right? I gotta get all this stuff before we move, or before August 1st, before it's too late, D-Day, and I can't get this free stuff anymore. And I've gotta get the dog bathed, I gotta get my last dental check-in, I've gotta get, my last facial. She seriously, I felt like she was like jabbing at my face. I'm like squeezing and jabbing at my face and putting acid on my face, and I was like, it hurt and it burned, and I was like tearing. And then she put she dyes my eyelashes like every couple of months, right? And she actually got the dye in my eyes. My eyes have been burning and tearing since yesterday. And my face is raw, and you're not allowed to be outside, and you're not allowed to be in the sun because you're super photosensitive. And it's hotter than bejesus out right now. Like the entire United States is under some like heat advisory. People are dying because it's so hot. And then, then wrangling the kids and wrangling the dog and 2 hours. And I was like, okay, I gotta go and eat all the food and do all the things in Greenville that I'm not gonna be able to do anymore. So I was like, I gotta go to this barbecue place, and I gotta go to this burger joint, I gotta get this milkshake, and I gotta, get them home. And then, then today I woke up with this wicked headache again, and I barely ate the whole day yesterday because I was running around like a crazy person. So I'm like, okay, I took some Tylenol, wasn't working. Took some Aleve, wasn't working. Took some kind of like Benadryl, like sinus. It's all here. It's all here. It hurts. But it makes sense. Like if they're digging at your teeth and they're digging on your face, like especially on your nose and your eyes, that's all your sinus. But it's like, it's not going away. So I thought it'd be really, you know, I thought what would heal it? I thought he would heal it drinking some sweet wine and eating some junk food would make me feel better.
No.
But some of the fun things that happened to me this week, I'm going to try it with cocktail sauce. Some of the fun things that happened to me this week, let's see. My athletic trainer decided she needs to go back home to Arizona, and now I don't have a trainer anymore, and she's my favorite trainer in the whole wide world, so I'm really bummed about that. My daughter got sick at summer camp, was throwing up, and she was dry heaving for an entire day. That was really fun, running to the bathroom every 15 minutes with her for a day and night. What else? Oh, yeah, we had some sickness. We had a lice scare at school. So I've been like, every chance I get, I'm spraying them down with this and tea tree oil. And myself, like I have this like itching need in my head. I'm paranoid that I've got it myself. So I've got this like phantom itch. The itching is, there's nothing there, but like I'm like, oh gosh, what's that? I'm like scouring their hair and their like brushes for nits. I've learned a lot more about lice than I think I ever would. Okay, so I'm trying. I've never had a fish stick with cocktail sauce. I mean, it's okay. I mean, cocktail sauce is basically ketchup, red chili, horseradish, lemon. Let's try that with the rosé. So yeah, and then my husband's like, I don't know if I told you guys this, but like, my husband never renewed the plates in my car, so I got pulled over. That was super fun, and I had to like talk my way out of that, and I had to figure out how I was gonna get tags for the car. And then my husband lost the title to the car, so now he sends me out to the DMV telling me how to do this to get a new title. And so I got out to the DMV, and they're like, oh no, your husband needs to be, my husband's in California. Oh no, then you're gonna have to get a power of attorney, you gotta get all the stuff notarized, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, this is why organization is important. Why do our husbands, like, why is it so hard for our husbands to be, like, organized? Like, it's really not that hard to, like, have a filing system. 1 year for our birthday, or his birthday, I, like, got all of his paperwork, and I had a filing cabinet. This is when we still had filing cabinets. And I made files for everything. Like, this is all the banking information. This is all of your pay stubs. This is all of the MasterCard credit card. This is all of the car stuff. This is all the house stuff. Like, I had made an entire filing cabinet and filed everything away. Did you ever use it? No. No, we didn't. I mean, I have a filing cabinet. Like, you know, those 2-drawer filing cabinets? I spent forever doing that for him. And he didn't. No, he didn't. Never used it. So, yeah. Good times. We're, yeah, so that's what he wonders why we lose stuff. And he always blames me. I'm like, why would I have the car title? Why would I have the car title? Anyway, so yeah, so I've been spending a lot of time with the DMV and the police and at the doctor and at the dentist and running my kids back and forth to, you know, summer camp and the toilet because they're vomiting all over the place and checking their hair for life. It's been so awesome this week. And suppressive heat. And then, like, I'm kind of stressed about the move. So maybe that has something to do with why I'm as tired as I am. I never take I almost got to the point where I'm like, I mean, not too much information, but my cycle's been also really crazy with the lady cycle. And let's just say, like, I said something to my trainer, and she looked at me like, could you be? I'm like, yeah. I haven't seen my husband basically since January. So unless Jesus and God, like, bless me with immaculate conception, no, this is not a baby bump. No, this is not a pregnancy situation. But, all right, so we're moving on to Riesling. Look at how big this is. This is a Members Mark. A Members Mark is, I can't remember if it's Costco or if it's Sam's Club. I think it's Sam's Club. I don't remember. But look at how big this bottle is. Like, seriously, look at how long my arm is. It's like as long as my arm. It is gigantic. Why is it that Riesling has to be in such a big bottle? Riesling is like a very sweet white wine from Germany. Riesling. I'm sure they pronounce it differently. Oh, there's my daughter getting up in my face. And again, this is something that needs to be, I'm gonna really have a really bad headache tonight. I can just feel it. Sana, don't knock over Mommy's camera. Okay, so please sit down. Don't get lice in my fish sticks. You know that like this Riesling, this huge bottle, which is
Mommy.
Twtr. Okay, so like that's the German. It's Qualitätswein. I guess that's how you say wine in or Riesling in German.
Mom,
Anyways, this is.
Mom, I'm going to the bathroom.
I love when they tell me that they're going to the bathroom. This one in the flavor scale is medium sweet, and it's paired great with starters, seafood, poultry, creamy pasta, and spicy dishes. So like this should probably go good with all. Keep saying it, Zana, because it's like, you know, the more you say it, the more I listen. But this bottle, I'm trying to find out how many fluid ounces there are in here, but it's like insane. It's huge. It is a very big bottle, and there's no way I'm gonna finish this by myself. But anyways, it's this particular Riesling is only like semi-sweet. So I'm gonna taste this with a fish stick.
Mommy.
Yes, love. Okay, so here's another thing. So this week, fish stick, Riesling. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. This week in Greenville, President Trump came to my tiny little town of Greenville. Okay? And he spoke. And like everyone was clamoring to go see him speak. Clamoring to go see him speak. Would you like a pinch?
No.
You need to go eat your dinner. So they were clamoring to see him speak, right? But I think he was speaking like at our university's, like, I don't know, stadium or something like that. So they had all these people that were lining up to go, and I knew friends that had tickets and everything. They didn't. I saw them today. I'm like, so hey, how was it? And they're like, we didn't go. I'm like, why? They're like, it was too hot. It's because the heat index has been over 105 here, and nobody wanted to be out in that oppressive heat trying to see Trump. But like the people that did go, you heard about this like chanting and all that. It's really raised a lot of discontent. And a lot of people in our town are really upset about how there was that chanting. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh. Like, all we need is some more political drama, you know? So, yeah, that happened this week, and now I'm moving on to ketchup. Ketchup for the french fries, because I'm going to eat a french fry while I'm finishing up this. But, yeah, so did any of you... I didn't even catch his speech in Greenville. I didn't see any of it. I didn't even see the footage of the, like, go home or send her home thing. Like, I didn't see any of that.
Mommy.
I had to Google it, because I didn't even know what they were talking about. But, yeah. Okay, and so did you see this? This is another thing. Instagram's gonna stop. Maybe this is a hoax. I'm probably gonna cook these french fries a little longer. They're soggy, and it's so bad for eating french fries. Instagram is going to now stop posting or counting the like tally. So like for all the time you see those posts like, oh, I don't like it, and then it says, oh, it's liked by 6,000 people. They're going to stop doing the like count on Instagram. Okay, so I have these like chipotle spicy potato fries, and they're really freeze burn, and they're really bad. I thought maybe if I put some ketchup on them, that would fix that, but it's not. But at this point, it's okay. People want to keep calling me mommy. No. That's a really harsh thing to say because I really wanted to be a mom. Like, hardcore wanted to be a mom. Would have done anything to have babies, more babies. So for me to be complaining about my daughter calling me mommy, mommy, mommy is wrong because I prayed and prayed for that. So I'm not going to roll my eyes. At least not on camera. So there's that. And then I don't know if you saw all this, like I can't even tell you how old I feel because I keep seeing these like, here's, online, like, here's a list of millennials. Here's this list of millennials, like what millennials say, and like the millennial catchphrases, like, you know how we used to say, oh, that's dope, or oh, that's whack, or oh, that, okay, I'm maybe completely like dating myself, or like, oh, that's fly, or like bad didn't really mean bad, bad meant like, oh, that's bad, right? Well, they got their whole new language, and I was like looking up like a millennial, slang dictionary, and I was like, I have no idea what any of this means, and now I'm glad that I do. And if it's not that's not bad enough. Not only do they have like their own like spoken language, they have their own like emoji language, and they have their own like written language and stuff. It's like so weird, and their own like dances. So it got like uber complicated on me, and I'm like, wow. And so I was like, well, you know what? I'm not an idiot, but like, what makes somebody a baby boomer, right? And then what makes somebody, and I had to look it up, right? And so like baby boomers is this, and then after the baby boomers, and then after the baby boomers were believe it or not, the Generation X, like Gen X. And after Gen X was Gen Y, which is also referred to as the millennials, right? And then after Gen Y is supposed to be Gen Z. Like, who comes up with this stuff, right? But so, like, technically, I'm a Gen Xer. But I'm also grouped with people that were, like, born between 1970 and 1965 or something like that, and 1983. So I'm like, I kind of feel more like I'm a Gen Y millennial than I am a Gen Xer. Like, I'm right there on that cusp. And like how could we have gone for this huge cultural shift between how people are when they're a Gen X versus a Gen Y/millennial? Like, I feel like they are like, one is from Venus, one is from Mars. They are so polar opposite, a Gen X versus a Gen Y millennium. Or am I just really that old? That could be it too. I don't know. Seriously, I really do without the mommies, but I should we really? Did you eat any of your fish sticks?
Yeah.
Did you eat your French fries?
No,
Did you eat any of your peas?
I don't want to.
I was microwaving some of her peas in the microwave, and they started to spark and catch on fire. Have you ever had that happen? I was like, what is happening? I microwaved the same peas on my son's plate. Not a problem. Microwave them on my daughter's plate, sparking fire. Peas, people. Peas. So, okay. Now we're moving on to Chardonnay. What time is it? 5:30. Okay. So, okay. Moving on to Chardonnay. So, yeah. Technically, I'm a Gen X. But I sometimes feel like a Gen Y. I'd like to think that's because my kids keep me young. No, my kids keep me drinking. That's what it is. Okay, so we're on fish stick number 3 now. This is a super healthy. My son went in the bathroom. I did tell you guys about this, like, right? He poops forever. What is it with men and pooping forever? They poop forever. Like they cherish it. They relish every grunt. He'll shut the door in there for privacy. I tell him he's got to use that poopery spray in the toilet. If you don't know about that, Google it, poopery. And he will sit in there on the toilet for like a half an hour, and I will hear him grunting, like a weightlifter grunting to try to get him out, like savoring every grunt. What is that all about, people? What is that all about? I don't know what it's all about, but because it's a guy thing. And if you give him like a tablet, or forget it, he would live in there if he could. And don't get me started on like kids exploring themselves. That's a whole nother broadcast, people. I'm gonna need you, like, in a big way. Because I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that stuff. Okay, so I just had a Chardonnay with the fish stick and tartar sauce. It's okay. Fish stick and cocktail sauce. And Chardonnay. I don't know, I hate to say it, but I kind of think it might be the Riesling that I like the best of all of these. I'm not sure. And at this point, it could be the antihistamines talking, because it's always smart to mix antihistamines with alcohol. Did you guys see that post I put out there right after this one? About what's wrong with this picture? You get a glass of wine if you answer correctly. was with my friend Melissa, you know, my like other wine tasting mom. And I was at her house and I was like, we had been drinking. I went to grab a bottle of wine and I went to like pour it in my glass. I'm like, why isn't it coming out? What is wrong? What is wrong with this bottle? Is it empty? But no, I feel it jiggling in the bottle. Why isn't it coming out of the bottle? Is the cork stuck in the bottle? And it took me like way longer than it should have to realize that the screw top was still on the bottle. And I'm like trying to pour it. I'm like, why isn't it coming out? The screw top was still on the bottle. That's why she's one of my very best friends, because she didn't laugh at me when I made that mistake. So, okay. So, I don't know what your verdict is, but like my verdict, I'm thinking to myself, I picked the worst week ever to do like fish sticks, because that means everybody has to run their ovens and it's already 120 degrees in the shade because the United States is under this heat advisory. But frankly, I had them in my freezer and I'm moving in 2 weeks and I have to eat everything that's in my refrigerator. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Like, I've already done this once. Like, I did this when I was living in my house in the city in Greenville. And I was like, okay, I got to eat or consume or empty or ditch or donate everything that's in my fridge and freezer because I can't take it with me. Well, I could take some of it with me technically here to the beach. Well, now I'm still trying to get rid of it. Now I can't. I literally am trying to force myself not to go out and buy any more anything. So I'm like, you can't buy any more produce. Maybe milk for the kids, but you can't buy anything else. And you gotta just make do with what you have in your refrigerator, freezer, and pantry. Because we're not gonna be back here for another year. Probably. I don't know. You never know. You never know in today's job climate. I could be back here in 2 months for all I know. I don't know, but all I know is in 2 weeks my husband is coming here and I am driving home. Hopefully. But I've got to pack up the house. Well, the condo. I have to pack up twice. This is the second time I'm packing up. And I've got a hurricane ready. What were you eating, Zana? What were you eating? Just tell me. Were you eating peas?
No.
Were you eating tartar sauce?
No.
My daughter literally just reached across the table to my son's plate and scooped up a whole spoonful of tartar sauce and put it in her mouth. My son's still pooping. He's been pooping since almost the beginning of this broadcast. All right, I need to go check to see if he's fallen in. On that note, like I said, of the 3 that we tasted, it was recommended that we had Chardonnay, Riesling, or Rosé, or Champagne. I did not do the Champagne because, I'm sorry, I just felt that was just way against my ethics. I think that my favorite probably was a Riesling. And if any of you want to go over to my house and taste it with a Riesling, have plenty, because look at this bottle. It is literally almost as tall as I am. It is almost as tall as I am. Look at it. Look at how big this bottle is. All right, it's Friday. It's hot. Get yourself a glass of cold something. And you know, apparently you can microwave the fish sticks. Like, I think I could microwave the fish sticks, but I can't microwave the french fries. But yeah, so get on it. Love you much. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay cool and stay safe. And I will post again sometime next week. Love you much. Let me know which one is your favorite and like what you typically, do you remember? Okay, I just have to say this. In my day, we actually had TV dinners. And they were TV dinners that you actually put in the oven, not like ones that you put in the microwave. But like you would have the like, it would be a TV dinner.
Sorry, Mom, turn it down.
Thank you. Mommy, turn it down. And on your Hungry Man Jack,
Mom, I'm done.
metal. It was on a metal like foil like TV dinner thing, right? And it had all the little compartments. It would have like fish sticks, peas, macaroni, and like an apple cobbler or peach cobbler or cherry cobbler or something like that, right? And you would have to put it in the oven. My mom would have to put it in the oven. So I'm thinking to myself, how is that convenient? So maybe because you'd get a whole meal in like one oven thing, right? And then I think they like moved over, like then the lean cuisine phase turned over. Like I think we still have like TV dinners with the little compartments. I'm not sure if we do or not, but like that was super nostalgic. And we had TV trays. Did you guys have TV trays? Well, I didn't, because it was like against the law to eat in front of the television. But I had friends that had TV trays, because you would make your TV dinner and you would sit in front of the TV with your little tray that would like fold up and conveniently get hot hidden during the day. But yeah, so that when I think about fish sticks, that's what I think of. I think of like the TV trays, and I think of like the TV dinners with a little compartment of peas or corn niblets, a little compartment of macaroni and cheese, a little compartment of like a cherry cobbler, and then your like fish sticks. So I hope I just brought back a little back of nostalgia for those of you that are as old as I am. And if those of you are listening that are not as old as I am, screw yourself, because I'm old and I can tell you to do that, you damn millennial person. Gen Z-er. Okay. But you're still my friend. I still kind of like you a lot. But all right, so I'm gonna try to finish some of this wine and probably have a really bad headache tomorrow. Someone please check on me. Have a great night. Happy Friday. Stay cool with this heat situation. And go back to your childhood. Dip some fish sticks and pop open some bottles. Right. Oh, wait, there was another one I was going to taste. Okay. I'll probably have to taste this on my own because I don't want to waste your time. But, like, I did this wine tasting last week with spiked seltzers, right? The spiked seltzer craze says that, like, there's all sorts of things you can do with them. You can use them like you would use, like, club soda and any other kind of cocktail. Or you can, like, make a wine spritzer with it. So I think I'm going to make a wine spritzer with it. I am going to, what am I drinking? Chardonnay? Chardonnay. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of Chardonnay in my glass. And this is a White Claw raspberry. That might have been a little bit too much. Not bad. I might put this back in the memory banks, file it away. A little bitter, but maybe it's because it's the White Claw brand. Maybe it's because I was just dumping and not measuring. But not bad. I might have to put this in my Rolodex. Try it. Try like one of your, like, whether it be a Truly or a White Claw or a Bon Appetit or Smirnoff or Corona or whatever. Apparently you can mix it with your wine to make a spritzer. So there you go. Nugget for you. Happy Friday, guys. Take care.